Hey guys, how's it going? Drew here. Back again playing Farm Simulator 25, and I do want to go ahead and continue this video series just a little bit for now. As you can see here, I have a John Deere X9 1100 currently sitting here. I was harvesting a field here, or actually, I had a worker doing it for me as I had some other stuff I was trying to get done. And as you can see, it is a very nice combine. It has a MacDon header on it. Very realistic there. MacDon headers are something that is new to this game. And I did want to address the other little thing here, which is get away from that a little bit so you can hear me. The other new thing that is new to Farming Simulator 25 is the addition of this, which is essentially a GPS finally for simplified terms, as console versions of this game have never previously had really a GPS system for this game until this version of Farm Sim. So it is nice to kind of have, and as you can see, you can kind of do headlands or whatever, and you choose your working with and all that kind of stuff. So you can actually have the worker be a little bit more efficient as to where in previous games they were. Let's say if you had a field like that, they would basically just go up and down the field, and they couldn't really navigate going through a curd field or anything, and they wouldn't do it like a real farmer would do it if you had like a field that wasn't, I should say, completely like square. In other words, it's like they would never take turns on the field. So it is nice to finally have a system in this game that allows you to kind of work the way you want the worker to work and not have to correct them all the time. So as you can see, I have my stuff set up here, so I'm going to go ahead and let them work this field. I'm going to go get a truck because this combine is going to need to be unloaded here pretty soon. And everything I have set up here is good. Let's just stay with it for just a second to see if they're going to hold on to how they have to do it here. Nope. Yes, thank you for backing into my other field. I love how you do that. Of course, like I said, again, this is not me driving. This is the AI worker doing this, so... And of course, like I said, I have crop destruction turned off because I know how some of these AI workers are. They'll try to turn around in a field, so I have that turned off just so they don't do any damage to the crops. And as you can see there, I have nearly a full tank, so I'm going to go ahead and get the truck. I apologize to anybody if that was just a little bit loud. Okay, I do have wheat in this one, so I'll go ahead and grab that. Good old Mack truck here. As far as I can tell you guys, these are not necessarily going to be like continuous like videos to where it's like I'm doing the same thing every single time. Just kind of be joining me in and out through like daily work days here, but I'm just kind of doing random jobs on the farm. So it's kind of like just like you never know what I'm going to be doing on certain days. So this is just kind of like you just jumping in and just kind of going with me here. Let's see. Well, I guess if I can get this turned around. Now, let's see. I don't want to wreck that. I don't know whose yard this is. Of course, I don't really care, so... Okay, I am going to go ahead and get a tractor. Obviously, you guys recognize this as a 9RX. I'm going to do one little thing here and kind of cheat it just a little bit. I am going to reset the vehicle so that it appears right here at the sell point, or where you buy your stuff and whatnot. Let's see. I do need auger wagons. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, what's a good one? Is that? Yeah, that'd be a good one. Okay. Don't need a license plate on there because they don't have those. Alright, we'll buy this J&M. And it's going to be a bit of a drive, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Whoop. Cut it a little bit too sharp there. I do need to adjust the steering on that, so I cut that a little bit too sharp. But as you guys can see on the map, where that blinking steering wheel is at the top, that's where I'm headed for, is a field, so there is another tractor up in that area, but unfortunately I don't have a grain cart, so I had to go get one. And of course, to be as most realistic as I can, I don't really want to drive a semi through the field to unload a combine because, well, it's not really the best way to do that. And a lot of people have already asked, I did a video on this the other night, what map this was. This is the Frankenmuth, I believe it's pronounced that way, map. It's a North American map, so when you said it didn't recognize it only because I've changed a few things and I've kind of made the surrounding area look a little bit different. So that's probably why, if you're seeing this and you don't recognize it, that's why I usually, any map I tend to go for, I usually kind of make my own adjustments to what I prefer. So, but it's a very nice map though. Let me turn down the... Would this be the right one? No. There we go. Turn down the vehicle volume a bit for you. Oop. I did not mean to hit that truck, obviously. Unfortunately, unfortunately, in this game, as realistic as these machines are, there is no, you can't really do any damage to them as far as, like, cosmetically, so. But they do get worn out, but other than that, there's no real cosmetic changes if you hit something. It doesn't affect the tractor. Okay, we're gonna drive up here and unload this darn thing. Have him unload there, and I don't want to go any farther. Only because of right where that header is, it's really close. And while I got a path cleared out for that to sit there, I am going to go ahead and buy another truck. Only because a new one dropped on the, here we go, a modded version of the CB, this International CB came out today, and I've been actually kind of eager to try it. CB Series Tune, 500 horsepower. Nah, I don't need that much horsepower. Do I? Hell yes, I do. I'm going to take it anyway. Ooh, I like those rims. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. Or do I like it stand? Yeah. Definitely a major improvement over the original one. And obviously, as you can see, that's a personal license plate that I made there. I shouldn't say made, but you're able to put in like numbers and letters and so forth. But that's just my custom one. All right, we are going to go ahead and drop this back off at the farm, and obviously, this being a little bit faster than the tractor, will be there in no time. Yeah, I'm not really steering that erratically. Like I said, I gotta adjust the steering on these things. Whoa. Because the steer's a little bit slower than what I'd like, so I gotta quicken it up just a little bit, so... I should just check on real quick to see how our combine is doing. Where in the world is it? And obviously this is Case's newest quad track, which obviously has a whole new redesign, which actually looks pretty nice. It's a base game vehicle in this. Oop, need to hit that. I'm gonna put this away at the farm, and then I'm gonna go unload that combine. Then I'm probably gonna end this video because I don't want to make these too extremely long, which I don't know how long I've got on this, but you know. Did I take that mailbox out? Yeah, unfortunately I did. Oh well. Alright, I am going to set this here. And we'll go ahead and unload if I can get over there. Or I should say unload the combine, not the auger wagon. Yep. Try not to hit the crops. Yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, the GPS finally for FS25, it's a brand new feature for a base game. Usually, and before, you know, in previous game versions of this, you know, in Farm Simulator, they couldn't. Man, the AI missed a little bit of crop there, but we'll get that later. But I was saying, previous game versions of this Farm Simulator game did not have that as a base game thing, because I think mostly because it requires scripts, and that's not something that consoles will allow on there, so... But they finally figured out a way for this game to have GPS, more or less, and I'm actually pretty happy that they do, because it makes the workers a lot more efficient. Okay, I'm gonna go unload him, and then I'm gonna go put some into the truck, and then I'm probably gonna end this video, so... let them go past there. I can back up and probably squeeze through there. Why is it just me, or does it look like someone has an Amazon delivery? Because you see those vans like Amazon has now. It's like it looks a lot like one of those. I don't know, weird comment, but I'm just I'm just making a joke, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna unload. Oop. Oh yeah, right there, perfect. Alright, there's still a little bit left in here, but we'll save that. Go ahead and take this over to the farm and unload it, and then we'll call it a day for this video. Didn't think I was going to make it through there without hitting any of those signs, but I actually did. I'm amazed at myself. And another thing, for any of you guys that are interested in farming or like any farming simulator games, you should definitely check this out, because this, this game, as far as anything farming simulator, this is probably the most realistic thing you can get out of anything farming related games, because everything else has just kind of been, in my opinion, very, very cheesy and not so realistic. I mean, there are cheesy things about this game, yes, but it's also got real licensed brands, obviously, as you can tell, and they try to get it as close to realistic farming as possible that they can for a game. So I should say it's actually pretty entertaining if you guys ever check this game out. Come on, let me unload in there. Yes, it will. Hit that first. I was trying to get it close up without you guys getting zoomed in there, but it's not going to let me do that. Oh, maybe it will. There we go. That third leg on there. There we go. Okay, that works. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm just going to park the truck right here. And that will be it for this video. See you guys next time.